Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at how we can upload work onto Google Classroom, complete assignments, and the different ways that we might be able to do that. So I've already logged into Google Classroom. If you're not sure how to do that, you need to look at the other video that we've created on our website, and you should be able to log in with your school details. So I'm logged into Google Classroom and I'm going to select the class that we're working in. Your child will probably have just the one class. So I'm going to go into this class, and this is the home page, and down here it shows that I've set some work for this pupil. We're not really going to use this page a huge amount. We're going to go into the classwork page, and now we can see some of the work that's been set. So there have been 3 different pieces of work that's set. One of them's got a due date, Christmas Day, and the other 2 haven't got a due date. That will be up to the teacher whether they want to put that in. So if we take a look at one of these pieces of work, we've got some artwork. We click on it and we click view assignment, and it'll open up the assignment. Now it could be a piece of work that we just have to do some reading, or that we have to do read something on the internet or read a book. It could be something where we don't actually have to show that we've done anything to finish it off. And if that was the case, we could click mark as done, and we can also add a private comment, and that will be sent directly to the teacher. So if this was a piece of reading, the child or the parent could write, and usually be the child, I read Fantastic Mr. Fox, and they could click on the send button there, and that would post that to the teacher, and then they would click mark as done, and it would show the teacher they'd finished that work. This piece of work, we've got no sort of files attached, anything like that at the moment. All we've got is the ability to add or create something to go with it. So if I click on this button, there are various things we can add or create. First of all, I could add a Google document, a Google slide, which is very similar to PowerPoint. It's the Google version. Google Sheets, so an Excel, or even Google Drawings. So as this is a drawing one, I could add, if I wanted to, one of the drawings. I can click on that, and what it will do is it will create a document that I will then, when I hand it in, send to the teacher. I'm not going to hand in yet because I haven't done anything. I'm going to click on that, and if you're on a computer, that would load up Google, the Google Paint program, and I could do some drawing and painting on here. So draw with lines, but really this is not the best thing to be drawing a toy on. I might want to do it in real life. The other thing to note here is that this has opened as in the Google Drawings software, and it automatically saves. I don't need to do any saving. In fact, there's no option to save in file over here. So all I need to do is close it. As long as I'm connected to the internet, it will continue to save at regular intervals whenever I make a change. So if I add another line on, it says up here that it's saving, and it's now saved it. So when I close this, that tab up there, this is the tab I was on originally, and this is the Google Drawing. If I hand that in, that would hand in this document, and my teacher would be able to see that document. Another way to do this would be to, instead of clicking on one of these, would be to add a file. And if I add a file, I could add a photo, and I could do that from my computer. So I could go to upload, and then I could do a browse, and I could search my computer for a picture that I've already created, or a photo. So I could find a photo that's on my computer. Now, I'm not going to do that for this piece. I'm just going to hand that work in, and that would mean that piece of work was completed. If I wasn't happy with something, if I'd made a mistake, I could unsubmit it and make a change and then resubmit it. I'm just going to go back to the class page and classwork. So now you can see it says handed in over here. So that piece of work I've completed, and my teacher would be able to see that was completed. Now I want to look at a couple of other pieces of work that we could do. So we're going to look at maths, for example. If I open the maths and see the assignment, this assignment has got 2 attachments added to it. So the first one is a maths assignment. The first one is a maths video, and I can click on that, and that will, as long as I'm on the internet, take me to this video. This is one of the video programs we use, and to access this, I would need to join this website. It's a free website, Vimeo, and it lets you look at watch videos. So I could normally I would do that. If I load this up myself, I'd be able to watch that. And I think actually it might be playing now. So that's playing the video. So that would allow you to watch a video that the teacher had set, and then after that there's a PDF here, a worksheet that the children could load up and answer those questions. Now if they were going to be answering those questions, the chances are they would be answering them on a piece of paper at home, okay, and you'd need to get that work to the teacher, and the best way to do that is to take a photo. So this is where my recommendation would be that you use either a tablet or a mobile phone, because they're a much quicker way of getting the pictures of work uploaded. You can use the camera on your laptop or computer if you've got it. It's a bit awkward on a laptop because you'd have to hold the picture up to the camera, and that can be quite tricky. But if you've got a tablet or a mobile phone, that's probably the best way. So you'd need to log in onto your mobile phone, into Google Classroom, and then take a photo of the work and upload that. So I'm going to show that process on a mobile phone now. So I've got Google Classroom loaded onto my phone. I'm going to open that up and make sure I'm signed in on the right account, and click on my classes and click on the class that I need. You can see the 3 assignments that were set before, the art, the English and the maths. I'm going to open the maths one up, and you'll see the task there now, along with the 2 attachments, the video and the PDF. And now I need to come down to the bottom where it says your work, and you can add your comment to your teacher there if you want to. This is all still on a mobile phone. And here I can add an attachment. So I've just cleared the one I had there already, and I'm going to click at the bottom there, and I'm going to add an attachment. And that brings up some options, and I'm going to go down to the use camera and actually take the photo straight away while I'm doing this. So it brings up my camera, and I can now take a photo. I need the maths, there we go. Take the photo, I click on use photo, and now that will upload. You do need to wait for this bar to complete, but that will upload the photo as an attachment that my teacher will be able to see. There's another way I can do this. I can take the photo first of the work, and then I could attach that, because I could take several photos. So this time I've gone to attach, and I've selected I'm going to go to, attach, pick a photo. This brings my photos up. I've clicked on a photo, and it's attached it, or it's attaching it in the same way. And again, I need to wait for that to upload. If it was a video, something like that, you can add video. That would take obviously quite a bit longer, and it all depends on the speed of your internet and your device. Once I've completed that, you can see both of those photos are now attached, and I'll be able to hand that in. So I'm going to do that. It says about how many attachments I've got, and I'll click hand in. And again, I've got the option down the bottom if I wanted to unsubmit. So I'm going to look at a final a couple of ways we can add some work. So I'm going to load the English task assignment here, and it says here, use the picture to write some sentences to describe the setting. So if I click into the task, now up here I've already been given a Google document. So there are 3 different ways that I could complete this task. So the first one is to click on this Google document. It will load in the corner, in the top on a new tab. It will load Google Docs, and it's got what the teacher had already written. So I can delete that if I want, but I could start typing, the farm is filled with lots of different types of animal. And I could keep writing, and again, I don't need to do anything. It'll save automatically. So if you see up there, that means that it's been saved to the cloud, saved to the internet. So I could, let's say, click on, I could type, one of them is a pig. And at the top again, it's saving. So that keeps that saved. If you get any of those bubbles that give you advice, you can just close them and click got it. Right, so from here, I'm going to close this tab, and that now will have updated this document. So I could write my whole description in the Google document. A couple of other ways, just like I've showed you earlier in the video, I could take a photo of some written work and upload that. That would be fine. Again, I'd recommend using a phone or a tablet for that. And the other way is I could add an already saved file. So down here I've opened on my laptop Microsoft Word, and you might have something else, and I could just write this quickly. The farm is filled with lots of different animals. And once I've done that, I'd save this as a file. You need to know where you're saving it, so I'm going to save this just at the moment onto my desktop. I'll call it the farm. We'll just call it farm. I'll save it as farm, and that's saved now. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add, and this time I'm going to add a file, and I'm going to upload it and browse for where it is. So I'm looking here on my desktop. I come down and there it is, it's the Word file farm. I can click on open and it uploads it, and now that's been attached there. Okay, so it's got this attached. It's also got this attached, but the teacher could look at whichever one I'd completed, or I can choose to delete that one so that we don't need it because I've created this one. And once I've done that, I'd hand it in, and then the work would go ready to the teacher. So those are the main ways of handing in work to a teacher. You can use any of those that you find easiest, and if you've got any further questions, please contact your child's class teacher, and they should be able to help you access the work and get the work completed and handed in so that your child can keep working if they are forced to be off from school. I hope the video has been helpful, and we'll see you again.